Update for yesterday, which was February. My God, March the 14th, and yeah. So it was an accounting office day, and which means in this case 5 to 2, and honestly, not a bad accounting office day. Not a great one, but not a bad one. Um, I might have mentioned before. There are a lot of random kind of, it happens every so often, things that can happen in accounting office days, which can make them um, either more work or less work. And there were a couple of them that occurred, yes, the day that this is about, the 14th. And so yeah, kind of a meh day there. Now, um, I've also alluded to what a bad accounting office day could be, and there was one about a week ago. So we use this machine that essentially dispenses cash, and also helps with a lot of accounting functions like counting tills and things of that nature. But just like anything else that's automated, it can go down sometimes, and if it does, that makes the entire process just a headache. Yeah, there's the old manual way that we used to do it, but the infrastructure for that you know is not set up for that anymore. So when we do have to implement that type of thing, it just becomes a massive nightmare. And that type of thing happened last Sunday, which was actually my first day back from the whole situation with my dad. And luckily, it wasn't me that day. It was the lead accountant, because if it was me and that was my first day back from that whole thing, I probably would have quit in the middle of that because of done. But um, honestly, I cannot recall if I've mentioned that before. In like two of the four versions of the video that I had to record 4 times, I mentioned that. I can't remember if the final one that I went with included that detail or not. That's what happens when you keep going into multiple cuts of something, which is why I try to do these in one take, so that it's more natural. And yeah, so that I can actually remember what the fuck I said. So, let's see. Um, I didn't go to the gym yesterday, and the reason why I've alluded to in the last couple of updates that a couple of days ago when I was at the gym, I was doing a tricep extension type of thing overhead, and kind of felt a little bit of something pinch back there, and kind of knew at the time, like, that just earned me a couple of days off. And yeah, sure enough, actually yesterday, the 13th, it was actually pretty stiff up there a lot of the day, and actually still a little bit now today, and that's why actually I was kind of going like this just a little bit, because I have found out that apparently turning like this, it doesn't like that very much. So trying to adjust myself to sit a little bit straighter. Um, and so I decided that in the time that I wasn't going to spend going to the gym, I was just going to relax and rejuvenate myself a little bit. Honestly, was not a very good use of time. Fiddling around on social media, which I shouldn't do when I'm having other stuff to do. And so, quick wrist slap, not productive use of time, and yeah, could have gotten more done. Um, that being said, part of the reason why I'm down here in a pose that isn't one of the like 4 or 5 different little stage settings where I've done most of these videos from is because for those of you who have been following these updates for the last, I don't know, 18 or 19 days, you'll know about the drama of getting Michael's laundry folded. Well, on the day that this was about, I made significant progress, had 5 baskets, or, well, four baskets and a bag of stuff. I'm kind of through folding and sorting like 2.5 baskets of this crap. Wonderful clothing items that I've purchased. Unfortunately, most of what I have to do left are the whites. Isn't this glorious, by the way? When you're talking about, slice of life and laundry folding, this is about as slice of life as it gets. Aren't you glad you tuned in? But anyway, so through that basically 5 baskets of stuff, maybe 2 or so baskets full remaining, but unfortunately it's whites, and mostly whites, so like sock mix and match, probably the most tedious part of the whole thing, because it's really easy. Oh look, that's a shirt that I wear for school. Alright, put that over there with the other shirts for school, so we can hang those up and get those out of there. Oh look, it's a t-shirt. Okay, just fold that, put that in the t-shirt stack, just like that. There we go. Oh, another shirt, school shirt. If I teach on whatever day St. Patrick's Day is this year, probably end up wearing this one. Anyway, that stuff is easy, but I have sock mix and match left, and so tune into tomorrow's update where I complain about sock mix and match. All right. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to wrap up today's update with another dad memory. And this particular one, he was involved with, but also involved all of us, and taking us back to 2006, so 20 years ago. As a matter of fact, 20 years ago this very week. Now, I showed you this picture a couple of days ago. I'm going to put this up here again. And this was the second cruise that we ever took. And we it was a Southern Caribbean trip, 7 days out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and on board a ship called Carnival Destiny. Carnival Destiny doesn't exist anymore. It is now Carnival Sunshine. It got refurbished a couple of years ago. But anyway, and it was a standard 7-day Southern Caribbean cruise. And maybe at some point, once I, start running out of material, I'll start doing like cruise reviews of various trips and itineraries we've done. But for now, the important part is that it was a 7-day Southern Caribbean cruise. And the thing is, we were there this week, 20 years ago right now, back in 2006. And going to AI here for just a second. Oh yeah, that was our week. Sure was. So basically the story here was that on the last day of the cruise, it was going to be Aruba, Sea Day, then back to San Juan for disembarkation. Leaving Aruba, some lady gets quite intoxicated, falls off a bar stool in the casino bar, breaks her leg. The ship turns around to drop her off. And when they do so, they blow a propeller. So now they're basically limping back to San Juan. And we end up getting there about 5 o'clock in the evening on the day that we were supposed to get off the ship. Here's a neat photo I took. That little blur, we cross-referenced it to time, is our flight taking off. And here is a picture of a cruise ship operating off one propeller. So there's a couple of charming cruise memories with Dad from 20 years ago this very week. Thanks for joining me all the way to the end, and I'll look forward to talking to you in the next one. Ciao for now.